Signs your boyfriend is manipulating you, and you don't even notice. Have you ever ended an argument feeling like it was your fault, even without knowing exactly what you did wrong? Have you ever caught yourself apologizing without really understanding why? Have you ever stopped going out with your friends because he got upset and you didn't want to create conflict? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need to read this text all the way to the end. Because what is happening in your relationship might not be love. It might be manipulation. And the difference between the two is that love lifts you up and manipulation erases you. Manipulation in relationships is far more common than people realize, and the worst part, it rarely starts in an obvious way. It settles in slowly, almost tenderly, disguised as jealousy, as concern, as intense love. Until one day you look in the mirror and no longer recognize the person staring back. This text is not here to scare you. It is here to wake you up. He makes you feel guilty for everything. This is one of the most classic signs and one of the hardest to identify because it comes wrapped in phrases that sound reasonable. I only act this way because you make me act this way. If you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have reacted like that. You know I have this issue, so why do you provoke me? Do you see what is happening? His emotional responsibility is being placed on you. He feels something, you have to fix it. He acts badly, you have to apologize. This is not a relationship. This is unpaid emotional management. In a healthy relationship, each person is responsible for what they feel and what they do. If he constantly makes you feel like his reactions are your fault, that is manipulation. He minimizes what you feel. You get upset about something he did, and instead of listening, he says, "You are too sensitive. You always overreact. You make a drama out of everything." This has a name: emotional invalidation. And it is one of the cruelest forms of manipulation because it makes you doubt your own perception of reality. Over time, you start swallowing your feelings because you have learned that there is no point in saying anything. You start wondering if you really do overreact. You start thinking the problem is you. And while you are busy questioning your own emotions, he keeps doing exactly what he wants with zero consequences. If your feelings are constantly being dismissed as an overreaction, pay attention. He isolates you from the people you love. At first it feels like care. I prefer when it is just the two of us. Your friend is no good. She only influences you badly. Why do you need to go out so much? Am I not enough for you? Slowly, you start canceling plans. You stop calling your family. You drift away from your friends. And then, when you need support the most, you look around and realize the only safe harbor left is him. This is not a coincidence. It is a strategy. A manipulative person wants to be your only source of validation, companionship, and love, because that way you depend on them completely, and there is no one left to tell you that what is happening is not normal. He uses silence as punishment. You argue. He disappears, goes days without speaking, answers in one word, acts as if you do not exist. And then you are left desperate trying to fix something that, most of the time, you do not even fully understand. Punitive silence is a powerful form of emotional control because it puts you in a state of constant anxiety. You start fearing disagreement, start fearing questioning, start fearing simply being yourself, because you know the cold treatment might follow. And over time, you shape your entire behavior around not triggering that silence. That is exactly what he wants. He says one thing and does another, and makes you doubt your own memory. Asterisk, asterisk. I never said that. You are making things up. You dreamed it. That never happened. This has a technical name: gaslighting. And it is one of the most insidious forms of manipulation because it directly attacks your perception of reality. When someone systematically denies things that happened, things that were said, things that you lived through, you start doubting your own sanity. You start feeling like your memory is failing. You start needing him to confirm your version of events because you no longer trust yourself. If you constantly find yourself asking, "Am I going crazy?" inside your relationship, the answer is almost never that you are crazy. It is that someone is making you believe that you are. He compliments you and tears you down in the same breath. You are beautiful, but you could take better care of yourself. I love it when you cook, unlike your mother who has no idea what she is doing. You are so smart, but you just do not understand people. This pattern of praise followed by criticism creates a state of chronic insecurity. You never quite know where you stand. Sometimes you feel special. Sometimes you feel like you are not enough. And you keep trying to prove that you deserve only the compliment, without the part that stings. That emotional roller coaster is not passion. It is control. He makes decisions for you without consulting you. He chooses where you go, what you eat, who you spend time with. And when you try to have a say, he gets offended or simply ignores your opinion. Or he makes the decision and then presents it as a done deal. Little by little, you lose your voice. You stop trying. And he takes up more and more space in your life until you realize you no longer remember what your own desires even were. What you can do right now first, trust what you feel. If something seems wrong, it probably is. Manipulation works precisely because it makes us doubt our instincts. So if a voice inside you is whispering that something is off, listen to that voice. Second, reconnect with the people you drifted away from. Call that friend. Have coffee with your mom. Start existing again outside of this relationship. You are going to need that support, regardless of what you decide to do. Third, seek professional help. A therapist can help you see patterns that you cannot see on your own because you are inside them. That is not weakness. That is intelligence. Fourth, know that this is not your fault. Manipulative people are skilled at making you feel that if you had done things differently, everything would have been different. No, manipulation is a choice made by the person who manipulates, not by the person who is manipulated. You deserve a love that does not diminish you, that does not make you feel small, guilty, or like you are losing your mind, that does not need control to survive because it is built on respect, that lets you be who you are, with your friends, your opinions, your dreams, and your voice. A healthy relationship does not hurt like this. And if yours is hurting you, you do not have to keep calling it love. Share this with someone you think needs to read it. Sometimes we cannot see it when we are inside it. But when someone shows us from the outside, everything changes. If this content resonated with you, subscribe to the channel. Every week, there is content just like this. Direct, no fluff, made to help you understand yourself and your relationships better. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a thing. See you in the next one.